Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Still putting the mic on.
I'll put it on.
It's on.
Yesterday, for some reason,
Yeah,
I think you put the mic too far away because I couldn't even hear myself.
because you whisper.
I don't whisper.
You don't whisper?
No.
She'll have a whole conversation with me in the car, and nobody heard but her.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is. Even Abraham says it.
Why do I look so dressed up?
So do I.
No, you don't. You already took off your dress shirt. There. I feel normal. You know what? This necklace, you guys, this little old lady where my mom lives, she lives at a senior place, and there's this lady, Millie. Remember Millie?
Oh, she gave it to you?
Yeah, she gave this to me. It was her. She's 90, 98, 99, somewhere going.
You're asking like I know.
Well, my mom's always talking about her.
I don't pay
She's
attention
one
to
of
her
the
age.
oldest ladies she takes care of there.
Yeah.
But she's like 98, 99, somewhere around there. But that beautiful, she gave that to me. I thought that was so sweet of her.
Didn't she like adopt your mom?
Yeah,
As a
she
daughter?
calls my mom her daughter, and my mom takes care of her. I mean,
Makes her meals?
not for work or anything. My mom just gravitated towards her and
As a neighbor?
as a neighbor, and then now my mom cooks for her, and my mom goes, and my mom takes care. I think my mom was really placed there as, you know, as like an angel for so many of the.
Well, your mom's the younger of the people in the convalescent.
My mom's the youngest out of that whole place.
She's the baby.
She is the baby out of that senior place, and
Convalescent, isn't it?
no, it's not a convalescent. It's a senior living.
Senior
Yeah,
living.
it's a
Yeah,
senior
you're
living
right.
place.
You're right.
But the thing is that, you know, at first she was like, I don't belong here, you know, I don't want to be here, and but then after a while, my mom started being the one that would go around, and she loves to cook.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have anybody to cook for that much anymore. So now she cooks for a lot of the older women that can't cook for themselves, and she goes and feeds people, and she doesn't realize. I said, Mom, do you realize that that's your ministry?
Yeah.
That's a ministry that God's given you, to take care of some of these people, and you go and you know, you do things for them, and you make them laugh, and you talk to them. And some of these people don't even have people that visit them anymore.
Yeah.
And my mom has become like that daughter to them. And she goes around and she brushes their hair, and she even puts makeup on some of them.
Oh, really?
Because my mom's a very glamorous woman. She's, you know, she just loves to glamorize herself. So she goes around and she puts lipstick on them, and she makes them feel real pretty.
It's not
But
sin.
yeah, I just wanted, you know, I don't know, I was taking that off, and it brought that memory.
Yeah, so before we get into the video, I want to remind you guys that tomorrow we are going to be in Hanford, California. That is our sister group in Hanford, Pastor Carlos. And he's had a group going there, Bible study going there for the past few months. He invited us to go. It's usually our Wednesday Bible study, but my brother Angel, Pastor Angel, is going to be at House of Rest, which allows us to be at Hanford. And he specifically asked us to do a teaching on identity.
Let me get my jacket out of the way.
On identity. And yesterday I talked a little bit about it, if you didn't watch yesterday's video. And if you are going, we're going to be, he requested for us to go live. So if you were awake at 7 o'clock in the evening, California time, we're going to go live. If you do go live with us, we're going to see if you have a question. We're going to ask people to write questions, because I'm going to bring up a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be giving a lot of information. So you might want to have a notebook, because at the end, I'm going to answer questions, not during, because I want to get through it without having a start, stop.
I think this is actually the first time ever that you've done
Online.
anything, an identity,
Online.
live,
Yeah.
even
Or online.
or online, because these are seminars. He's done seminars before, and they've been 8 to 6 hour seminars sometimes.
6-7
yeah,
hours.
Yeah. So, and I know that I don't know that if are you gonna crunch it up or are you gonna try
Yeah.
to?
No, I'm gonna crunch it up. I'm gonna gloss over some things, touch upon some things, go a little deep on some things. So I'm going to condense it into 90 minutes, and that's going to be a task unto itself. I'm actually going to go over my notes tomorrow and kind of make an outline of things that I have to get thorough in, and some things that I'm going to mention. But you should have a notepad
Yeah.
and your Bible.
And I'll have the iPad with me and everything so that I can be going through the questions and everything so we can get through everything.
Yeah, which I don't want the
quickly.
questions till after.
Yeah.
I won't get through it if I had to stop for questions.
Yeah. I will also be going through things as well to make sure that we don't have anything improper going on, that we don't have that we don't have any silliness going on there also.
Yeah, sometimes on lives people get on there and start acting silly, so we're just gonna have a moderator there.
Yeah.
If somebody's not acting right, you're not gonna get bothered by it. But
yeah, I'll make sure to take that stuff off, to not interrupt the live or anything, guys. Okay.
yeah, so we just got back from Modesto right now. It's a little late, so I'm not gonna. I don't know. It might be a long video. I hope it's not, honestly, because you guys know we do these videos. It literally takes me 2.5 hours to render, and it's already midnight.
Midnight.
I'm not trying to stay awake to 2:30 in the morning. That's rendering. That's after we do this video.
Yeah.
So I can't, especially if I'm going to do this teaching tomorrow, I can't do a long video, so I apologize. But I promise you it's going to be an impactful video right now.
Yes.
So I want to get right into it. I want to talk about Bibles. What?
The sword.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to talk about Bibles.
Amen.
I said it in a previous video, but I'm going to say it now. Just a little footnote. The word Bible is actually a Greek word, and it actually means books. So a Bible is actually 66 books. The Bible is not a book that somebody, wrote from beginning to end. It's various people that wrote it. Over 45 people, over 45 authors, written over a span of over 1,500 years in 3 different languages and in 3 different continents. So it's a collection of books, from poor people to prophets to kings to warriors to slaves. All kinds of different people make up the 45 people, written in Aramaic, Hebrew, and Greek, written in 3 continents, like I said, which is Asia Minor, parts of Europe, because like Corinth and stuff, and obviously Africa. So within those 3 continents, we have the Bible, 66 books.
Then you guys wonder why my brain is so filled with so much, because I live
What?
with him.
Why? What are you talking about?
Because you just retain so much sometimes, and I just
Sometimes. That's a,
I just feel like, to me, I just feel like you do, and I just constantly feel like, wow, it's a lot, but
So, the Bible is actually a very fascinating thing. It's very unique. The word unique, I think, is sometimes overused, because unique means there's nothing like it. Mm-hmm. I don't care how many books there are in the world, none can stand against the Bible. It's impossible. There is no other book ever in the entire world that was written with those stats that I mentioned to you, yet it's seamless from beginning to end, from Genesis to Revelation. It's seamless. It's like a thread, and each one talks about Jesus. Mm-hmm. Each one either points to Jesus, talks about Jesus, or talks about Jesus, in the future, and it's interweaved throughout the entire Bible. It's just crazy, impossible to do that. Like I said, span over 1,500 years, over 45 authors, three different continents and 3 different languages, all different walks of life. from rich to poor and everything in between, but yet it's seamless. It is unique. If you have the greatest books that were ever written in history on a shelf, the Bible would have to be on a shelf of its own. Anyways, I say that all that to say this, is that there's quite a few of you guys that watch us. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against technology. It's great. You can have the Bible on your phone, Bible on your tablet.
Yeah.
You know, awesome things, you know. When I write sermons, a lot of times I'm on my laptop. It's easier and quicker for me to look stuff up and type things up. But I got to go old-fashioned on you guys. And I want to make a suggestion to you. Please purchase a Bible. Purchase your own Bible, you know. And there's some people that here, some of you, it's easy for you. You have Amazon Prime and you can just order one. Or Christian Book Distributors is probably the biggest Christian catalog online store there is, Christian Book Distributors. But some of you don't. Man, there's a local thrift store. We go to Goodwill or Salvation Army, and they will have a row of Bibles. You can buy one for 50 cents. Yeah. You know, and why do I say this, right? I don't know if you guys remember one of the earliest videos when we started devotions. Remember I lost mine?
Yeah.
I freaked out. Okay. I'm going to compare it to this. Have you ever tried using somebody else's phone? You forgot your phone at home and you need to use their phone, you need to use their calculator or whatever. Same phone, same operating system, whether it's Android or iPhone, and it's so frustrating. It just feels foreign.
It feels different.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right. You know, I remember even Sharon got so upset at me because I upgraded her phone.
Oh my God.
I thought she was gonna hug and kiss me and just make me the most amazing dinner because I upgraded her phone to the latest phone at the time. Right? I think she had I don't know what she had, but at the time I got her the Samsung S8 Edge, top of the line, just out. She hated me.
I was so mad.
Because I upgraded, and even though the Google downloads the apps that you had on the other phone, it doesn't put the apps in the same place where things were, and things just feel different. And she was so frustrated, you know, because she wanted her phone. Because
I wanted the old stuff.
Because you know your phone. You know where everything is at.
I just wanted the stuff that I knew. Everything was just too advanced for me. And, you know, like when I went to a new job, I'm like old school. Give me the old Word. Give me the old Excel. Give me the QuickBooks, you know. Just give me the basic stuff, you know, and everything. I'm really good at working on systems and working on that. And man, I can create some amazing forms, and I'm a really good administrative person. I'm amazing. I mean, I can do some good work, you know. I can reconciliate, you know, accounts, and I can do accounts payable, accounts receivable. I can do all of that stuff. But you give me a phone to program or to update a phone or to do something on a computer, one of the new stuff or one of these apps or something like that, I'm lost. And there he goes, and he updates my phone, and he does I don't know what kind of stuff. Well, I think this will be great for you. Look, you can do this. And I think I felt so lost, that I felt so torn, because to me, my only form of everything, my communication, my everything for my kids back in SoCal and just everything was my phone. My phone is everything to me, because it's my way of communicating with my family, and I just kind of felt so lost.
So I'm sure you get the point what we're saying, right? Because we're not really talking about phones. We are talking about phones, but we're talking about something deeper. And for those of you that aren't all into the new phones, this and that, I'll give you even another example. How many of you, your car breaks down, you got to go somewhere, and you borrow your brother's, your sister's, your whoever's car, and it just feels awkward. The steering wheel feels awkward, the brakes and everything feels awkward.
Or how about your car just breaks down, like, and you just don't have it, and you just feel lost
No,
without it?
that's not the point of what we're talking about. So
I feel
it's
lost.
like it feels awkward. It doesn't feel right. You know, I know, like, I've driven a car, a friend's car, same model as mine, but it just feels different.
I feel lost in your car when I drive it.
So, why are we saying this? You need to have your own Bible. In the same way, your cell phone, you know where everything's at. Your car, you know where everything's at. You know how it feels on the road. You can tell when your car, remember how you're like, man, something ain't right in my car.
Yeah.
Because it's your car.
Yeah.
You know, and the reason I'm suggesting for you to buy a Bible is you want to make this a part of you. Man, what the heck? All this stuff I'm drinking. The vitamin water. Oh, I do have a verse though. Actually. What? What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, I do have a verse. I marked it earlier and I forgot I did have a verse.
Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 11. Old Testament. And let me see, Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 18. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and read it. It says this. This is the Lord talking to Moses. And he says, therefore you shall lay up these words of mine. So this is the Lord saying that. You shall lay up these words of mine in your heart and in your soul, and bind them as a sign on your hand. And they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall teach them to your children, speaking of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall write them on the doorpost of your house and on your gates, that your days and the days of your children may be multiplied in the land of which the Lord swore to your fathers to give them, like the days of the heavens above the earth. Verse 22, for if you carefully keep all these commandments which I command you to do, to love the Lord your God, to walk in all his ways, and to hold fast to him, then the Lord will drive out all these nations from before you, and you will dispossess greater and mightier nations than yourselves. Let me see, do I want to end it there? Yeah, we'll end it there. So 18 to 23.
Place these words on your hearts. Get them deep inside you. Tie them on your hands and foreheads as a reminder. Teach them to your children. Talk about them wherever you are, sitting at home or walking in the street. Talk about them from the time you get up in the morning until you fall into bed at night. Inscribe them on your doorposts and gates of your cities so that you'll live a long time, and your children with you, on the soil that God promised to give your ancestors for as long as they are in the sky over the earth.
As long as there is a sky.
As long as there is a sky over the earth. That's right. If you diligently keep all this commandment that I command you to obey, love God, your God, do what he tells you, stick close to him. God on his part will drive out all these nations that stand in your way. Yes, he'll drive out nations much bigger and stronger than you. Every square inch on which you place your foot will be yours. Your borders will stretch from the wilderness to the mountains of Lebanon.
Yeah, right there.
Oh,
actually.
That's it.
Yeah. So right here, Deuteronomy, God is talking and telling them to have this word when you sleep, when you wake up, in your home, outside your home, your doorpost, because it's an important thing. Now, this verse is not directly saying to carry a Bible around or go and purchase a Bible on Amazon. It's not directly saying that. But I think at the heart, at the root of it, is God is saying to have my word in everything you do. You know, and if we're so familiar with our cell phone, then shouldn't you be familiar with the word of God?
Amen.
See, I can go to my phone. I know where my contacts are. I know where my gallery's at. I know where my Facebook is. I know where my YouTube is. I know where all of these things are. Well, in the same way, don't you need to know? Don't you feel that in your heart you need to know where's Revelation? Where's Matthew? Where's Luke? Where's the book of Ezekiel? Where's the book of Isaiah? Where are these books? You know, and it's like you when you make a Bible yours, you mark things. You highlight things. You write notes and things. You start to know where things are at. In the same way, as soon as you get a new phone, you make it yours. You put your little screen, what are they called?
Screensavers.
Screensaver and a screenshot, and you put the apps where you want them and how you want them, and you customize it so your phone is like nobody else's phone. Well, you know what? I suggest, I persuade you to buy a Bible and make it your own. You know, make it a part of who you are. And one last thing too.
Persuade, is that the right word?
Persuade? Yes. One last thing I wanted to say is there's people in this world that it's illegal for them to have a Bible.
Yeah, up in other countries, you know, they get so excited at the fact that they even get to touch one.
Yeah, there's you know, it's illegal in some countries. It's illegal for the people to have them. There's Christians in some countries that have never seen a Bible. You know, I remember watching this video. Did I ever show you? Maybe you showed me when it showed this little Chinese church.
Yeah, and they opened it up and they were all so excited and they're hugging.
They were
them and
crying and crying,
Yeah.
and they started passing them out, and they were
they're
like this,
embracing their Bible.
crying, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not, guys, it is not that we idolize the Bible. Do not idolize your Bible. Matter of fact, Jesus says, you search the scriptures, searching for me, not realizing that I'm here, basically, Jesus was saying. But this is the compass. This is the compass that leads us in the direction we need to go. Go ahead. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Let them know.
Let them know what.
Well,
It's just my old little Bible. I have my old little Bible. This is the first little Bible that was ever given to me. This Bible is like 20 something years old. It's really broken into. My sister gave me this Bible. It's old. I mean, look at it. It's so ripped. I think I had tried to tape the cover like I don't know how many times, and I tried to tape it with all kinds of pictures on it, and all the pictures already fell off of it.
that thing looks like Jesus himself preached out of it.
It's so old, and you know, it's marked up everywhere.
Little letters.
And the letters are so little, and
You know it's upside down, right?
yeah, but it's so ripped. Even inside, look.
They can't see it. You're not
Even
holding it.
inside, I had to tape it all up because it was so falling apart. But I will never get rid of this Bible because, look, it's all taped up on the other side too. But I'll never get rid of it because this Bible is so special to me. When I first came to know the Lord and I surrendered to God, this was the little Bible the only Bible I knew. And I don't even know. I don't know if you could even find out and see if it's a King James or a NIV. I don't even know what it is.
New Living.
NLT.
NLT.
New Living and NLT.
Yeah.
This is what I learned for the first many years. And I read this I think I read this through like maybe 2 times. I read this whole Bible 2 times, and I just kept reading it, and look how tiny the letters were. It's just crazy.
The Bible I had in prison was like a greenish black.
Yeah.
I bet Johnny remembers it.
Well, that's the one you have at your mom's, huh?
Yeah, and I remember when it was so marked up. I didn't really.
I know.
I didn't really.
Up everywhere.
I didn't really mark my Bibles, but I highlighted a lot. And some people mark them. They write notes.
Yeah, I highlight everywhere
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I actually color coded it. Mine.
Did you?
The one
you
in prison.
Still color code at
Yeah,
times.
I still color. No, I do. In this one, it
Yeah.
was like a habit from prison.
Yeah.
I would use like sky blue, any verse that talked about the Holy Ghost. I would use red for anything that talked about the enemy or hell or things like that. I had all these color codes, and I my plan was to preach out of that Bible when I got out of prison, which I did for the first maybe 3 years, and it just kind of fell apart on me. So, but Johnny, I know Johnny remembers that one for sure. So that's when I got the thin line one, and and this one's I got more highlighting to do, but I mean sometimes look at that. Light blue, anything that talks about. Actually, this one I color coded different. My other one was baby.
All identity. This one.
This one's all identity. Anything that has to do with just blatant identity, I mark it in baby blue now. And so actually this one only highlights identity stuff. That's it, I'm going through, but yeah. We're going to end the video with that. So tomorrow we will be doing the Bible study.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not tomorrow. Tonight, for you guys.
Oh yeah, it is tonight.
We keep saying tomorrow.
Yes, tonight, honey.
Yeah. So tonight, guys, if you can, please log on. We want to see you. Want to see your name. Say hello. Say something on there. We'll be able to see you. Just say, hey, I watched the channel. I watched the devotion. Just let us know. Just say bam. If you need to type to write comments, at least say bam.
Say bam, bam.
So, yeah. That's it, guys. Have a blessed day. Buy a Bible. Like I said, it doesn't have to be brand new, but buy one.
Yeah.
I've never owned a new car, but you know what? The moment I buy a used car, it becomes mine.
And it's new to you.
It's new to me, so there's nothing wrong with going to a Goodwill or something to buy a Bible. Find one that's not marked, though.
Remember we used to go to the Goodwill all the time, and we would buy, you would always come home and you'd buy like 3 or 4 Bibles, and then we would just take them to the church, and we would have them there.
Yeah.
And
we need to do that.
I think we need to actually do that now.
Again.
Because we're starting to see that we actually have like women that come from like Nirvana or from different like rehabs and stuff, and sometimes we need Bibles. So I'm just gonna I think it's good to have for us to just get those Bibles, because he used to always buy Bibles,
not just Bibles, just Christian books,
and Christian books or Bibles, and we would actually just have them at the church, and people would take them home.
Yeah, I would buy a book. If I saw a Christian book on marriage, on Bible studies,
and we would have a whole shelf of stuff for people just to take home. But Bibles were important for us to have there, because we can always bless somebody with a Bible.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I say. If you do buy a secondhand, go through the pages and try to buy one with no markings. That way the markings are yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, I got to still render this video. It's late. God bless you. Have a great morning. Have a great day.
See you later,
tonight.
guys.
Bye.